Top 20 Enterprise Architect Interview Questions and Answers. Are you preparing for an enterprise architect interview and want to walk in with absolute confidence? Whether you're aiming for a position in IT strategy, digital transformation, or system integration, understanding what questions are likely to be asked and how to answer them can make all the difference. In this video, we've compiled the top 20 most asked enterprise architect interview questions with clear and powerful responses. These questions will not only help you show your technical depth, but also your strategic thinking, leadership approach, and business alignment skills. Let's dive into what it takes to succeed as an enterprise architect. 1. What is enterprise architecture and why is it important? Enterprise architecture, EA, is a strategic framework that aligns an organization's IT infrastructure with its business goals. It provides a structured approach for analyzing, designing, planning, and implementing enterprise analysis to drive successful digital transformation. By connecting technology with business strategy, EA ensures consistent performance and adaptability. It's essential because it allows organizations to manage complexity, reduce duplication, increase efficiency, and guide investment decisions. It serves as a blueprint that helps stakeholders make informed choices. EA promotes long-term sustainability and supports scalability, risk management, and innovation, all critical to staying competitive in today's dynamic business environment. 2. How do you approach developing an enterprise architecture strategy? To develop an enterprise architecture strategy, I start by engaging with stakeholders to understand business objectives and challenges. I assess the current state of IT and business capabilities, identify gaps, and define a future state that aligns with strategic goals. I use frameworks like TOGAF to structure the approach and ensure consistency. Creating a roadmap with clear milestones and prioritizing initiatives based on impact and feasibility is key. Regular communication and governance ensure alignment and adaptability. The strategy must be dynamic, measurable, and focused on delivering business value while addressing risks, compliance, and technology modernization requirements. 3. What frameworks do you use in enterprise architecture? The most commonly used framework is TOGAF, the Open Group Architecture Framework, which provides a detailed method and tools for developing and managing an enterprise architecture. I also use Zachman framework for its structured classification scheme and Archimate for modeling. Depending on organizational needs, I may incorporate agile architecture practices or frameworks like FEAF or Gartner's EA methodology. The choice depends on project goals, company culture, and regulatory requirements. These frameworks offer structure, promote standardization, and ensure alignment between technology and business objectives. Using them helps streamline communication, planning, and execution across multidisciplinary teams. 4. How do you ensure alignment between business and IT? I ensure alignment between business and IT by actively involving business stakeholders in architectural planning. This begins with understanding their objectives, challenges, and success metrics. I translate these into technical capabilities and prioritize initiatives that directly support business goals. Regular governance meetings, cross-functional workshops, and transparent roadmaps help maintain alignment. I use KPIs to track performance and adjust strategies based on outcomes. Communication is key. I ensure that both technical and business teams speak a common language. Ultimately, alignment is about creating value, enabling agility, and making sure every IT decision supports the broader business mission. 5. What role does governance play in enterprise architecture? Governance plays a critical role in ensuring that architectural decisions are aligned, consistent, and sustainable. It provides the structure for decision-making, accountability, and compliance across enterprise initiatives. Through governance, standards are enforced, risks are mitigated, and investments are guided towards strategic priorities. I establish EA governance boards, define clear roles and responsibilities, and implement approval processes for architecture changes. Effective governance ensures transparency, reduces duplication, and maintains architectural integrity. It also facilitates communication across teams and ensures continuous alignment with business objectives, helping organizations adapt to change without compromising long-term vision and coherence. 6. Can you explain TOGAF and its phases? TOGAF is a widely used framework for developing enterprise architecture. It stands for the Open Group Architecture Framework and follows the Architecture Development Method, ADM, as its core process. The ADM consists of phases such as preliminary architecture vision, business architecture, information systems architecture, technology architecture, opportunities and solutions, migration planning, implementation governance, and architecture change management. Each phase helps define, refine, and execute architecture strategies. TOGAF emphasizes stakeholder engagement, iterative development, and governance. It enables consistent documentation and decision-making across projects. By following TOGAF, organizations can structure their architecture initiatives and ensure alignment with long-term business strategies. 7. What are the key components of an enterprise architecture? Key components of enterprise architecture include business architecture, application architecture, data architecture, and technology architecture. Business architecture defines processes, goals, and organizational structure. Application architecture outlines software systems and their interactions. Data architecture manages information flow and structure. Technology architecture covers infrastructure, platforms, and tools. Together, these components provide a comprehensive view of the enterprise. Supporting elements like security, governance, and integration also play vital roles. A well-balanced architecture ensures that each layer is aligned, scalable, and secure. It allows for informed decision-making, efficient resource allocation, and seamless adaptation to business and technology changes. 8. How do you handle legacy systems in architecture planning? Handling legacy systems requires careful evaluation of their role, performance, and integration capabilities. I begin by assessing the system's current state, business value, and technical debt. If the system is still critical, I explore modernization strategies such as rehosting, replatforming, or encapsulation. If feasible, I plan for gradual replacement using a phased migration approach. Integration tools like APIs or middleware can help legacy systems coexist with modern solutions during the transition. Communication with stakeholders is essential to manage expectations and minimize disruption. The goal is to balance innovation with continuity, ensuring minimal risk while maximizing long-term value. 9. How do you measure the success of an enterprise architecture? Success is measured by how effectively enterprise architecture delivers business value. I define KPIs aligned with business objectives such as reduced IT costs, improved system performance, faster time to market, and increased agility. Metrics like technology standardization, application rationalization, and compliance levels are also important. Feedback from stakeholders, user adoption, and project outcomes provide qualitative insight. Periodic reviews ensure that architecture initiatives remain relevant and adaptable. A successful EA initiative creates visibility, fosters collaboration, and enables informed decision-making. The ultimate measure of success is when architecture becomes a strategic enabler rather than a background function. 10. How do you communicate architecture to non-technical stakeholders? I communicate architecture to non-technical stakeholders by translating technical concepts into business-friendly language. I use visual aids like diagrams, roadmaps, and capability models to convey ideas clearly. Storytelling and real-world examples help illustrate value and impact. I focus on how architecture decisions support business outcomes, improve efficiency, or reduce risks. Regular engagement sessions, workshops, and dashboards keep stakeholders informed and involved. Communication is tailored to the audience. Executives get strategic insights while managers get operational impact. The goal is to foster trust, encourage collaboration, and ensure architecture is seen as a value-driven initiative, not just a technical function. 11. What are the biggest challenges facing enterprise architects today? Some of the biggest challenges include managing complex IT landscapes, aligning rapidly changing technologies with long-term business goals, and dealing with legacy systems. Data privacy, cybersecurity, and compliance are also growing concerns. Balancing innovation with stability, navigating organizational silos, and gaining stakeholder buy-in can be difficult. Cloud migration and digital transformation bring both opportunities and disruption. Architects must be strategic thinkers, skilled communicators, and change agents. Staying updated with emerging trends while ensuring architectural coherence is essential. The ability to influence across the organization without direct authority is often one of the most challenging aspects. 12. How do you prioritize architecture initiatives? I prioritize initiatives based on strategic alignment, business impact, feasibility, and risk. Engaging with business and IT stakeholders helps identify high-value areas. I use scoring models to assess initiatives objectively across dimensions like cost, benefit, urgency, and dependencies. Quick wins are balanced with long-term investments. Roadmaps are designed to be flexible and phased, ensuring delivery of incremental value. Continuous evaluation allows for reprioritization as business needs evolve. Governance structures ensure transparency in decision-making. Prioritization is not just about delivering projects, but ensuring that every initiative contributes meaningfully to organizational goals and transformation. 13. Describe your experience with cloud architecture. I've worked extensively with cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, integrating them into enterprise strategies. I evaluate workloads for cloud readiness, design hybrid and multi-cloud environments, and define governance models. My experience includes setting up cloud-native architectures using microservices, containers, and serverless functions. I focus on scalability, security, and cost optimization. I've led migration projects from on-premises to cloud, ensuring minimal disruption and maximum performance. I also implement CI/CD pipelines and DevOps practices to streamline deployment. Cloud architecture is a key enabler for agility, and my role is to ensure it aligns with business goals. 14. How do you ensure security in enterprise architecture? Security is embedded into every layer of enterprise architecture. I begin by identifying assets, assessing threats, and defining risk tolerance. I work with security teams to implement policies, standards, and controls across data, applications, and infrastructure. Identity management, encryption, access control, and monitoring are foundational elements. I ensure that architecture reviews include security assessments and that compliance requirements like GDPR or HIPAA are addressed. Security is not just technical, it's a mindset. Promoting a culture of security awareness and involving stakeholders in planning ensures that security becomes a shared responsibility, not an afterthought. 15. What is your experience with data architecture? I've designed enterprise data architectures that support analytics, governance, and data-driven decision-making. My approach includes defining data models, data flows, and integration points across systems. I use tools like ETL, data lakes, and data warehouses depending on business needs. I focus on data quality, consistency, and availability. I implement metadata management, data catalogs, and lineage tracking. Governance policies are enforced to maintain security and compliance. Data architecture plays a critical role in enabling business intelligence and predictive analytics. It ensures that the right data is available to the right people at the right time. 16. What is the role of an enterprise architect in digital transformation? An enterprise architect plays a strategic role in digital transformation by aligning technology initiatives with business goals. I assess the current state, identify innovation opportunities, and design future state architectures that support agility and growth. I drive the adoption of emerging technologies like AI, cloud, and IoT, ensuring they are integrated cohesively. I work with cross-functional teams to define roadmaps, manage change, and ensure scalability. The architect acts as a bridge between vision and execution, ensuring that transformation initiatives are sustainable, measurable, and customer-centric. My role is to create architecture that enables change, not hinders it. 17. How do you stay updated with technology trends? I stay updated by regularly reading industry publications, attending conferences, and participating in webinars. I follow thought leaders on platforms like LinkedIn and engage in professional communities. I experiment with new tools in sandbox environments to gain hands-on experience. Certifications and continuous learning programs also help deepen expertise. I encourage a learning culture within teams and share insights regularly. Staying ahead of trends is not just about knowledge. It's about understanding their business implications and timing their adoption strategically. Being proactive about learning ensures that architecture remains future-ready and competitive. 18. How do you collaborate with development teams? Collaboration begins with shared understanding. I involve development teams early in the architecture process and maintain open communication throughout. I provide reference architectures, standards, and design patterns that guide but don't constrain. Agile ceremonies like sprint planning and retrospectives help us stay aligned. I'm available for design reviews, troubleshooting, and mentoring. I respect their expertise and encourage feedback. Collaboration is based on mutual trust, clear goals, and continuous alignment. By fostering partnership rather than control, we create solutions that are practical, scalable, and built with quality from the ground up. 19. What is application rationalization and why is it important? Application rationalization involves evaluating and optimizing the software portfolio to reduce redundancy, improve efficiency, and cut costs. I assess applications based on usage, business value, technical fit, and maintenance burden. Redundant or low-value applications are decommissioned or consolidated. Rationalization improves agility, simplifies integration, and reduces technical debt. It frees up resources for innovation and ensures that IT investments are aligned with business priorities. The process must be structured, data-driven, and involve stakeholders. Application rationalization is not just a cleanup exercise. It's a strategic move toward a leaner, more responsive enterprise. 20. What are your key strengths as an enterprise architect? My key strengths include strategic thinking, cross-functional collaboration, and deep technical expertise. I excel at translating complex business needs into clear, actionable architectures. I'm skilled at balancing short-term goals with long-term vision. I lead with influence and build consensus among stakeholders. My ability to communicate across technical and business domains ensures alignment and buy-in. I embrace change, encourage innovation, and maintain architectural integrity. My commitment to continuous learning and delivering business value makes me a trusted advisor and a catalyst for transformation. These strengths enable me to drive impact across the enterprise. Conclusion: enterprise architects play a pivotal role in shaping the digital future of organizations. These 20 questions represent the core competencies, strategic thinking, and leadership qualities companies look for. By mastering these responses, you're not just preparing for an interview, you're preparing to lead transformation. Stay focused on aligning technology with business outcomes, communicating clearly, and delivering measurable value. The path to becoming a successful enterprise architect is built on clarity, collaboration, and constant learning. Approach your interview with confidence, a strong vision, and a commitment to excellence. The right opportunity is waiting. Go seize it.